everybody! So we are here today to do a book tag. It's been a while since we've done a book tag, but we wanted to make some kind of holiday themed video, and this one is the 'Tis the Season book tag, originally created by Bookishly Richie. There are a bunch of holiday book tags now, and I think this one's a few years old, but we'll refreshen it. There are 7 questions, and so we're just going to speed through it, and then we can get to our holiday vacations.
Woohoo! I'm excited.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Alright, so the first question is, do you have a favorite winter read?
Yeah. I chose Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because I feel I read it every winter. Just naturally gravitate towards being like, oh, and get a cozy little hot chocolate, and part of it takes place in the winter with like the snowstorm and stuff, and I don't know, it's just, I think every year I need a Rainbow Rowell hug.
Right.
And I just kind of always open Fangirl.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went with one that was just, it's just very wintry because it's The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin is set on a planet that humans call winter because it's covered in snow and ice. So it's a very cold book.
Interesting.
I loved it. I read it this year. Will it be on my top 10 books of the year list? You'll have to wait to find out. But winky face, it probably is. And yeah, I just picked that because it's like, it's genuinely very cold.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, question 2 is, find a book with blue on the cover.
So this one was also a tie with favorite winter read because I read this just on like New Year's. It's on my 2019 reading list, so it must have been just the couple days of the new year. And that is Together at Midnight by Jennifer Castle. I actually really loved this book, and I think why it's blue and a tie with favorite winter reads is that I think it's one that I would like to read every year.
Nice.
As like a little refresher. I love the Dash and Lily books, but I kind of like this one a little bit better.
I haven't read that one. Maybe you need to put it on my list.
I'm Max and Cora? Kendall and Max is the 2 main characters in this, and if I remember correctly, it's not really a love to hate or a hate to love relationship. Oh, love to hate, that would be so sad. It's not quite a hate to love story, but they have met each other previously before they crossed paths in this book, so it's a little bit of a to a
nice. Ambivalent to lovers.
Yeah. And they I think they witness an accident or something happens, and so they spend the time between Christmas and New Year's helping people and doing good deeds and acts of kindness. And there's just this massive snowstorm in New York City, so they're just like not stranded together, but they do things together because nobody else is around. They go for like long walks, and they go outside and they help people shovel, and it's just this really sweet book about doing nice things and like the spirit of Christmas kind of, but also like a really good contemporary story about a relationship, but also about like where they're at in life. Like I think he's taken a year off from school because he doesn't know what to do, and she's like, I don't know what to do, and it was just really cozy and refreshing. Nice. So I definitely recommend people pick it up.
And there's blue on the cover.
And there's blue on the cover.
So my pick is A Fire and Ice by Audrey Coulthurst. We included this in December 2017, I believe. I think that's correct. And it is a queer princess story, which, you know, is great. The second book is also called Of Ice and Shadows, I believe. So there's ice in the title of that one, which is very wintry. I really liked this book. Audrey Coulthurst is a wonderful author, and I actually haven't read the sequel yet, but I'm definitely wanting to get to it soon. I'm assuming it'll be a perfect winter read.
Yeah. I have yet to read it still after all these years, and I think I really need to get to it.
It's great. I like the one.
I love the cover.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Pretty.
So beautiful. Alright, so the third prompt is find a book you'd use as a star on a Christmas tree.
For that, I chose Spin the Dawn because I just kind of like the look of her wings and the colors, and
So pretty.
I don't know about you guys, but when Christmas rolls along, my craftiness is spread all over the living room.
Right.
And this is just like a sum up of what my Christmas would be like.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I picked Ink. I'm going to insert a picture because I don't have the book with me, but Ink by Alice Broadway is stunning. It's like this foily, orange, shiny. It would look like a star on the top of your tree all lit up because it's so covered in foil. Yeah, exactly. It's quite a harsh, dystopian, fantastical story, but the book itself, beautiful.
I haven't read it yet, but the cover is to die for.
So pretty. I wish I had a physical copy on me, but sadly I don't, but the picture. Alright, so next up we have pick a fictional place that would be perfect for a winter vacation.
You guys who know me are probably like, she's gonna say the Shire again, which would be beautiful at Christmas. But in this case, I would actually choose Hogwarts for Christmas.
That'd be nice.
To be in the castle, to be able to go to Hogsmeade, to drink warm drinks, have some butterbeer, maybe sneak into the kitchens. And yeah, I think Christmas at Hogwarts would be really nice.
Be delightful.
Yeah.
Now this won't be the answer. I feel like not everybody would agree with this answer. But I picked Winterwood by Shea Erza, which is kind of hard to see because it's so shiny and lovely. But this story takes place in this really small area that gets completely snowed in, and they lose power, and there's no access to the outside world, and it's just snowy and icy, and to me that sounds great.
Just completely isolated.
It's completely isolated. I, again, grew up like I have been stranded in a cabin in the woods in the winter before, because I literally lived in like a 1-bedroom cabin with my dad when I was a teenager for a while, and like he would sleep in the living room and I had the bedroom, but like it was so wintry and beautiful, and it's just even when the power went out, like we had candles and it was cozy, and like yeah, we had a fireplace, and you know, so we could still like boil water for cocoa, and like it was just nice. I loved it, and I miss that kind of like cozy cabin in the woods feeling. We used to go winter camping a lot too,
nice.
when I was in like Girl Guides and stuff, and we'd go up and stay in these like cozy cabins in the woods, and it was nice. So this sounds really, I mean, less murder would be great, but other than that.
What I wouldn't give these days for an off-grid vacation.
Right?
To just be like, I'll be back in 5 days. You're not going to hear from me.
I did that earlier this year for 3 days.
Oh,
we were out of cell phone range, had no power. It was nice. It was pretty good. Alright, so next up is pick a fictional character you'd like to take with you on your winter vacation.
Put some thought into this.
Okay.
Went with Hermione Granger.
Okay.
We could chill out and read. She can make sure we don't die. And as Ron always says, I love the little jars of flames that she makes.
Right, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it would just be so cozy to have this little flame jar and read
That'd be
books.
nice. That'd be good. Yeah. I had a really hard time coming up for an answer for this one because like I don't really associate that many characters with winter necessarily. So I do think, and I know this is a cop-out to do Winterwood twice in a row, but Nora Walker would be great because she also knows how to survive in this, these wintry, like she also loved being cut off from the outside world. She's like, I'm down with this. It's me and my dog. And so she would be great because I probably need a refresher on like, I can light a fire, but like, I'm probably not very fast at it these days, you know? Like things like, she's probably like, is in the know. It's been a while since I've had to do this kind of stuff. Yeah. So, like foraging and things like that. So she would be handy. She would be handy. And like, again, we could just be quiet. Yes. We could just do our own thing.
Here, Hermione, have a book.
Yeah,
have a book.
Exactly.
Heat up this cocoa magically, give it a stir, and we'll be good.
I'm definitely at the point in my life where it's like, if we could just be together silently, that'd be great.
A dream.
So, question 6 is name a book that's on your wish list this year.
I got it yesterday.
Yay!
It was the illustrated edition of A Goblet of Fire.
Nice.
However, in terms of like non-traditional birthday gifts, because every time there's a book comes out, I get it for my birthday. I also want Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky, which I really want to pick up from the grocery
store.
Oh my god, this is where my holiday brain is at. There's so many things that I need to do. I would like to pick it up at the bookstore, and there was something else I wanted. I don't remember.
That one though.
That one I do want to pick up because I just love her writing, and I love completed collections of books.
Totally. I also want to read that. I haven't got there yet, but it's gonna happen. I put the leather-bound edition of The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages from the Mistborn trilogy. I have the first one. They're so beautiful, but they're so expensive.
Worth every penny.
I just bought the leather-bound edition of Warbreaker as a very special treat for myself because, oh man, with shipping it was $150 US, and I'm gonna have to pay customs on it. So it's like that's like gonna be like a $250 Canadian book, which is ridiculous. I acknowledge it is ridiculous.
But Merry Christmas to you.
But Warbreaker was one of the books that first got me into really loving Brandon Sanderson. I think it might have been the first of his adult books I read.
And it's the first in that series then?
It's Warbreaker right now is a standalone. There might be plans someday for
it's
a
not
sequel.
in the Oathbringer.
No,
series.
it's in the Cosmere, but it's not. It's on its own.
Cool.
And I did it, and I'm like, oh god! But as soon as when it gets here, I'll stop regretting it.
Oh yeah.
But those books, they're so beautiful. They're literally leather bound. They're gilded. They contain maps and fan art, so and nice. Oh, they're stunning. But who do they do a number on the wallet?
Yeah.
So. If somebody else could buy those for me, that would be great.
Here's Santa.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so the last question is, what is your favorite holiday drink, treat, and movie?
Boozy hot chocolate. I'm not gonna lie. Just a nice frothy hot chocolate with a little oomph in it.
Yep.
And a snack. Treat. I make a mean ginger molasses cookie, and I do like it when I have a batch of those in the house. Favorite movie? There's so I love Christmas movies.
Right.
Like, I've watched like 17 of them already, like so far this year. But I think it's not Christmas if I haven't watched Home Alone.
Right.
It's just like, I'm sorry, it's got its place.
Right. Favorite drink? Same with you. Similar to you. Bailey's in my coffee.
Nice.
So good. It kind of cancels out the caffeine though, which is a bit unfortunate. It doesn't really wake you up as much as a normal coffee would.
That's why I like the boozy hot chocolate at night, because you sleep like a baby.
Yeah, totally. And then your holiday treat. My mom makes this like amazing cheese dip that's like garlicky and cream cheese and this weird orange crumbled cheddar, and it's, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's incredible. And I need her to send me the recipe because I don't know how to make it, but it's so good. It's so good. Dip anything in that. And with your holiday movie, I don't really, again, I'm not like big into movies, but growing up we definitely watched Christmas movies, and I think we probably watched Rudolph every year, which is just like a charming movie. But yeah, so I think Rudolph would probably be like, that's my gut instinct.
The classic like stop motion one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so cute. He just wants to be a dentist. Alright, so that was the tag. I think it is, as of recording this and uploading this, I'm uploading it today. This is our last day in the office before the holiday break. I mean, obviously we'll still be doing some work, but we're ditching the office, we're working from home.
Pajamas!
Yeah, sleeping in whenever we want. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays to everybody. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know your favorite holiday movie in the comments down below. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have our best books, worst books of the year coming up soon.
Bunch of good stuff coming up.
And we can't wait to share those with you. But yeah, happy reading and thanks for being awesome.
Bye.
Bye.